Hi, welcome back to Yoga by Janelle. Today is a beginner's class. This class will just walk you through how to get into some of the poses and kind of give you a visual of what they look like, the names and how they differ. So the first one that we're going to talk about is your downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, which is a very common pose for most classes, what you're doing is you're going to be kind of looking like you're in a triangle position. Your hands are going to be down on the ground. Fingers are going to be spread apart. Your feet are going to be either on the floor or your heels will be floating. Depends on your level of comfort and flexibility. Your elbows should be slightly rotated forward so that the center part or the middle part of your elbows is facing forward. And you're going to be pressing that chest into your thighs. Arms are going to be extended in front of you. And your abdominal muscles should be drawn in. Your head should be dropped. And that is your downward facing dog. Now, there's another one that you will hear people will call upward facing dog. Upward facing dog is slightly different. In upward facing dog, you're going to actually, looks like, I'm going to talk about that too, Cobra. In upward facing dog, your feet are going to be planted flat, so your toes are pointed on the floor. Your arms are going to be pretty much in line with where your chest is. And you're lifting, your arms are going to be extended. Your shoulders are going to be down and back. Your head is going to be forward, looking forward. But there's one big change in this. You're lifting up through your feet so that your pelvis and your thighs and your knees are floating off of the ground. And this is upward facing dog. So, what's the difference between upward facing dog and Cobra? So sometimes you'll hear people say a low Cobra, a high Cobra. In Cobra, you never want to have your arms flailing out to the side. You always want those arms facing the rear of the room. So Cobra looks like this. You're keeping, your pelvis is going to be on the ground and you're pushing up. And you're going to have the same position as upward facing dog, except that you're not lifting all the way through. You're going to keep a slight bend in those arms. That is your Cobra. So what is the pose that everybody talks about, which is child's pose? Child's pose is basically, you're going to start on hands and knees. Toes are going to be touching. Your knees are going to come out about the width of your mat. And you're just sitting your hips back onto your heels, if you can get to your heels. And your arms are going to be stretched forward. And you're dropping your head down to the mat. That's child's pose. There's another variation which is called puppy pose. Now in puppy pose, arms are going to be the same, your head is going to be the same. The difference is the positioning of your bottom. So in puppy pose, you're going to come in, your knees are going to be under your hips, you're coming down, stretching those arms out, and your head is resting on the mat. And that's puppy pose. Thank you so much for joining me in class today. If there are any other poses that you would like for me to describe or show you how to get into, please let me know. I will definitely do more classes, but I wanted to keep it short and sweet so that you could learn it quickly and hopefully practice it for your next class. All right, I thank you so much for your support. If you have enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, share this channel with your friends to help me grow. All right, guys, have a great day.